Hi, folks. Welcome to the Prepared Homestead. This is Travis. Thank you all for stopping by to watch. Video is probably just slightly late this morning, getting it out. And I'm a little tired and a little disheveled. But it's because I've been up all night on a structure fire call. Got toned out about 1:30 a.m., I think. And was out till almost the sun come up. And then of course you got to refill everything and put stuff back and all that kind of stuff. So, everyone was okay. Everyone made it out. House was not. And I know this is not an exciting topic. It's way cooler to talk about all the cool guns. And I'm a gun guy, man. I'm a gun guy. I'm a training gun guy. I love that kind of stuff. I've done it for years, and I encourage all of you to do that also. But there's more to preparedness and surviving the collapse than guns. And you need to be prepared. And this was a small little homestead type of house and building and a little farm, and made me think of many of you probably living in something like that or building something like that. And unfortunately, caught fire when the owner had gone to bed, and total loss, complete total loss. So you need to be thinking about that kind of stuff and having a plan, especially for you homesteaders, you folks out in the country. Even now, response to fires can take a while because it's rural and we're all volunteer. But when the doo-doo hits the fan, it would be really bad for you to be super prepared and have all your stuff only for it to go up in flames. I've been talking about this a lot more over on my locals channel and been showing you folks some ideas, and will eventually progress into some homestead ways. I'm not going to teach you to be a professional firefighter, but some homestead ways to deal with your own fires, because that may just have to be what it is. I've shown you equipment and all kinds of stuff over there. So again, I know it's not the exciting stuff, but just like producing your own food and knowing how to preserve it and knowing how to, bandage up a wound or to heal an illness, knowing how to protect your property against just the normal dangers, the normal stuff that's going to happen, and knowing that there's no one coming to help you, or at least there's a good possibility of that. You need to know how to handle things on your own. So I have been talking about that on locals, and encourage you to go over and sign up and watch that. So shifting gears, the Iranian president's helicopter was found, and him and the prime minister and a few other people were on it, and they say that everyone died. They did not survive that one. That could be a really bad thing. It could be a good thing. I mean, I'm not saying anyone dying, even a bad guy dying, is a good thing. But the direction of Iran and its place in all of this. But it looks like the supreme leader, the Ayatollah, whatever the dude's name is, the rumors are he's going to appoint his son as the new president, which will be even more of a hardliner than the current guy. So, I don't know that that's going to change a whole lot of things. There's still all kinds of rumors about, who did this? Was this an accident? The weather was pretty bad, at least according to video that they have been sharing out of that part of Iran. And the helicopter they were in was an old, 40-year-old helicopter. That those helicopters had been taken out of service years ago because they were prone to failures, and something like half of them that's ever been built all crashed. So there's all those kind of things that kind of indicate that it could just have been a helicopter that crashed in really bad weather under poor visibility. That does happen. Or could it have been something else? We'll probably never know the truth. But there's certainly a lot of speculations. I thought it was kind of interesting that although they have not been officially accused of doing anything, it's just internet rumors, an official from Israel spoke up and said, we didn't have anything to do with this. We had nothing to do with this. This wasn't us. That just seemed a little odd, that they have not been accused. I mean, I haven't seen anything really out of Iran even accusing them. So I thought that was a little odd. It is, Russia and several other of those BRICS nations that's kind of forming that little alliance there. They're coming together supporting Iran because I think personally Iran is a major player moving forward in how things are going to play out in the world. And so even if this was not specifically done, in an assassination type of way, it definitely could change things, advance things. I do find it interesting that there's just been a lot of stuff, geopolitics and things. There was the assassination attempt on the prime minister of, I can't even remember, Eastern Bloc European country. Just recently, a coup attempt by American ambassadors in the Democratic Republic of Congo. There's a few other things like that's been happening over the last couple of weeks that are very strange. Maybe it's nothing. It could be nothing, but it does seem like that there's almost like I don't know, maybe the deep global state is playing some game behind the scenes, trying to do their work behind the scenes. Could be nothing. But like I said, even if this is just truly an unfortunate incident, that a helicopter that is not great quality, that has no ability to fly it in poor conditions, crashed under poor conditions, even if that's just the only thing that happened, I think this is too big of a deal for it to not kind of change and shift things. Now, how does that affect you and I? That's always the thing. I mean, we can, consume this kind of stuff because, I don't know, it can get addictive, but it's, we try to figure out what's going on, everything. Will this directly affect us? Probably not ever, maybe not now, certainly. But I think it just does kind of play into everything that's happening in the world. And like I said, Iran, what they're doing in the Middle East, and their connections with BRICS and Russia and the oil. It's just more of this big global war that is absolutely going on for the dominant power for the world. And we're watching the United States weaken. We're watching the dollar weaken. We're watching gold and silver continually skyrocket. And all it tells me is that I need to continue to prepare, because we're watching the country that we live in, that has been afforded the privilege of being the world leader and all those privileges that come with it for us citizens. And I don't think that most Americans quite comprehend that what our lifestyle is like, because our nation is the world leader. And when our nation is no longer the world leader, how that will change our lifestyle, how that will change our wealth, will change what we can have access to. It's going to change a lot. And if a lot of these other conspiracy theory type of things aren't really going on, which I don't believe that that's necessarily true, but, let's say, let's pretend that they're not going on. I think that one big thing that is going on is America is losing its prominence as the world leader. That's why we're seeing millions and millions of people come across this border into this country all the time. We're seeing, I believe that's why Biden was placed into office. We've got to demoralize us. We're an unintelligent country anymore. The internet is filled with all the stupid people that exist in this country. and all the things that they do. You can even track IQ levels. So they're supposedly dropping in the United States. And so we put up this bumbling, senile old man to just demoralize us even more. We're watching America fall. And we can deny it, we can argue around it, but that is the case. And we have to keep preparing for that. And watching these global events happen, while they may have sometimes may have a specific effect on us, what it does show most of the time is that America is becoming weaker and America's falling, and that the trajectory indicates that America is on its way out, and that we have to prepare for that. This is the great collapse, the empire collapse that we are experiencing. And so you need to be getting prepared for that. You need to be getting your houses in order. Your home, your relationship with your family, your ability to survive, your ability to do for your own. Analyze it yourself. Look around you, in your home, in your life, the things that you need to survive, the things that you need to live. How many of those things are dependent upon government or a system of supply chain and all that kind of stuff? And if those things exist in your life, then you need to figure out workarounds. You need to figure out how that you can do them on your own. Because it's time to get yourselves prepared mentally, physically, and spiritually. The collapse is here. We're watching it. And all that comes with it, whether it's a civil war, World War III, pandemics, and hyperinflation, and all these other things that could very possibly happen, it's coming at us, and we need to get ready for it, folks. You need to do it. Stop arguing, stop denying it. Just get yourselves busy. Thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.